did you change the size of my window when I started streaming? Hello, hello, everybody. Okay, it is streaming. Cool. For some reason, my recording window maximized, and I can't see a lot of the controls. But yeah, I haven't been on a stream in like a year. A lot's been going on, so I just kind of wanted to touch base with people. I've had a lot of people ask me a lot of questions when it comes to Bitcoin and my channel, and am I making videos and all sorts of stuff. So I kind of figured I'd touch base with you guys in this kind of all over the place stream. Apparently, why can't I minimize this? That's crazy. Oh my gosh, Matt, what's up, Matt? You know, BTC is doing well in Sky live streams. That's funny. Um, yeah, I've had a lot of people asking me if I'm selling and buying, and I get that all the time actually. But uh, when Bitcoin goes crazy, one way or the other, I get a lot of calls. So I figured I'd kind of hop on and talk about it. But also, yeah, my channel, I kind of had issues. I've been talking about this for like a year and a half, 2 years now, about changing my channel to something. Because I don't know, I found that like my interests all kind of revolve around tech. But um, anyways, I was thinking of changing my channel to like Skylar in Tech or Skystrip Tech. I don't know, or something. Anyways, we'll see how that goes. But I've been last couple of years, last year and a half, has been kind of crazy. I was working for a company for almost close to 10 years, and then I left that company and got into software sales, and that was a whole thing in itself to transition into that. And I've been and then of course AI came around, and so I've been a little obsessive with AI, just building all sorts of, there's an app I'm actually building, which is kind of weird how that played out, um, but yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I appreciate you hopping on, Matt. That's cool. Nice to see you. We gotta play a game or something sometime. I see you on a lot, but you're too popular. You're always like claned up or whatever. um, but yeah. I also there's like I have like three kind of communities that I keep separate for some reason, and they've somehow been slowly merging together. Um, but yeah, I will be talking a lot about AI in this channel, especially when it comes to the best AI products out there, how to use it, how to prompt. Um, oh, good. My audio levels just happened to be right. I didn't even check that when I started. It's been a minute. Um, so yeah, look out for that. And then I also have an app I'm building that has specific chat bots that, yeah, I do a lot of sales tools, scraping leads and doing searches for keywords and all sorts of um, social media. I downloaded like 1,000 science papers, and anyways, and then as well as I have there's an image and video creation tool that I'm integrating as well. We'll be able to enhance images and colorize and um, make a LinkedIn photo from a regular photo, that sort of stuff. So pretty excited for that. But I'll be talking a lot about that and just messing around with AI. And Sora is coming out with open AI, and that's going to be crazy. And it's kind of hard not to talk about this stuff because it's awesome. It's actual like really cool products that you can use today. Anyway, that's one of the problems I had with crypto is there's a lot of like possibilities. Oh, it could be. Oh, this could happen. Oh, this could happen. It's like, well, if like, yeah, like a lot of things could happen, but who's actually building, who's actually using, who's actually um and anyways, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with crypto because I hate 99% of it, but the 1% I do love, and I've become kind of a Bitcoin fanatic over the course of last few years. Actually, as time goes on, I'm in crypto. I'm more and more for Bitcoin and kind of don't care about anything else for the most part. I mean, obviously, I dabble in other tokens and stuff, but when it comes to like what matters and what technology is actually gonna really change the game is Bitcoin. And then, I do understand the need for an Ethereum type based token as well, or um, you know, Solana, or whatever chain you want to, there's like 15 of them out there that are building kind of the same thing, um, yeah, people's money that no one can take from you, that's decentralized, that anybody in the world can access if they have access to the internet, and they can have all the banking infrastructure and tools that the most wealthy people in the world have. So, like, among 10 other amazing traits right off the top of my head I can think of. So, like, Bitcoin is kind of my jam. There's so much I could talk about, and I'm trying not to talk about all this stuff because I know people really only care about Bitcoin. So I'm just gonna hop through this, and I've actually gone through this before, but again, people are asking me right now. People who have way more money invested in me are like, I'm gonna sell. I'm selling my Ethereum, selling my Bitcoin. We're selling half, whatever. What should I sell? All of it, or should I? And I'm like, well, you can do you. I don't want to. I'm personally not selling, like, but I could be wrong, and heck, we can crash down to 20K in a week. Who knows? When Michael Saylor, um, wait, Michael Saylor, that's his name, right? Jeez, it's been a while since I've had these names at my tip of my tongue. He owns more Bitcoin than anyone, and he gets the market wrong all the time, way more than right. Um, and some of the heaviest bag holders can't even predict what the heck is going to go on. Um, so yeah. Sorry, I've been ignoring chat a little bit. Oh, same thing with me, Matt. I just started a new job, and a new, like, kind of. I feel like I kind of leveled up in my industry a little bit, and it's just a lot more responsibility and a lot more stress and a lot more blah 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 blah. And so yeah, it's taken a lot of my time, but I think I've kind of found a rhythm where I can kind of get back to this. And I have a couple of friends that have. I have a friend that decided they wanted to start a podcast like a month ago, and it's like ready to go. Like, they built out this amazing thing in their basement, and I'm just like, man, I need to get off my lazy butt. um, my second year going through, yeah. Um, Been focusing on BGC a lot more than important. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, and the other projects are nice because if you, like, throw $1,000. Oh my gosh! All right, I guess I'm gonna do this for anyone who's gonna watch this later, I guess. If you throw, so look, Bitcoin's market cap is at $1.2 trillion right now. Ethereum's at 400 million right now. So even if Bitcoin got to the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum would have to 3x from this. So it's almost at 4,000. So it'd have to get to like 11, $12,000 just to catch up to what Bitcoin's price is right now. Now, you know, that's not very much, and that's only if Bitcoin's price is right now, right? If Bitcoin goes to like $120,000, and this goes to $2.5 trillion, then obviously it's easier for Ethereum to do 100, 150, 200, percent gain. But these are huge projects. Where it gets really fun. Fun is the right. I don't know if that's the right word. Dangerous. Um, where you can easily lose all your money. Maybe that's a better way to explain it. Are these low cap tokens? I'm just gonna say Luxo because that's the project that a lot of people know me from. But this market cap is right here, 200 million. So like, even if it got to, um, uh, so for those who don't know as well, the creator of Luxo is the guy, same guy who created the ERC20 Ethereum standard token. So the guy who essentially created the token that made Ethereum boom back in like 2014ish era. He created Luxo, and there's a few founders, but a few of them, four of them separated and they started their own projects. One of them, Vitalik Buterin, stayed with Ethereum. So one of the creators of Ethereum stayed there, obviously. But yeah, it's um, um, a 400 billion. I said million earlier. 450 billion market cap. So it'd have to 100x. Luxo would 100x just to get to Ethereum's market cap. If you go down, Polkadot probably is next. Okay, there it is. This is Gavin Wood's project. He's also made a bunch of others like Katana or oh my gosh, I might be slipping names again. It's been a minute since I've had these names on the tip of my tongue, but anyways, Gavin Wood created Polkadot. Well, it was Katana, and then forked Katana into Polkadot, which was a nice airdrop. Anyone held a wait, KRS? Anyways, I'll find it. I think I'm saying it wrong. But anyways, this is a $14 billion market cap. So, what's 200 million divided by, or 14 billion divided by 200 million or whatever. Um, that's 5, and then 5 times 14, so that's like 36. That's like a 60x or something. I don't know. So Luxo could do a 60x if it just got to Polkadot's market cap right now. Um, oh my gosh, where is that? This stupid project. Oh, there it is, Cardano. It's number 9. Wow, I'm actually surprised that it's still up in the top 10. But yeah, 25 billion. So, again, it's gonna have to go a lot. Wait, I think this is 1000x, right? All right, let me get my calculator. This is why I don't do math while I live stream, because it makes me look like an idiot. All right, so, 4, 5, 6, 2, 8, 3, 1, 4, 6, 8, 5, 6. The market cap of Ethereum. It's always fun to do this math, right? And then we're going to divide that by the market cap of 199,354,367. So that's a 2,288x. So it would have to go up quite a bit. So 2,288. Oh, you don't see my calculator on the screen. 2,288. Let me just double check. 2,288. I didn't do my math wrong. Times, we're going to do the market cap of this. That's 199,354,367. That equals $456 billion. Yeah. So Luxo would have to do a 2,000x. So $6.60 times over 2,000. That's $13,000 token. So if Luxo got as big as Ethereum, not saying it will, I'm just saying this price with 13,000x. Man, I should have done a portion of my screen. I wish I could share my calculator. I'm gonna do this fun math later. But when people say, "Are you selling? What are you investing in? What do you whatever?" I'm always game with throwing like 1% into like a bunch of garbage tokens when it comes or I'm not saying Luxo is a garbage token, but some of these low alts, it's like, who knows? Like if you threw $100 into Luxo and it did a 40x, like or you did that to 15 projects, you threw $1,500 into 15 projects, and all of them accumulatively went up. One went up 40x, one went up 4x, one went up, whatever. Um, it's definitely a gamble, which during a different time might not be as good, but right now I feel like we're in a little bull run, and right after Bitcoin pumps and starts going down, it's gonna in a short time dump all that money into alts, and then once alts start pumping up like crazy, that's obviously when you want to start selling. But who knows how long that's going to be and how high things are going to go, and that's kind of the danger of things. Um, but yeah, now all this math I was just talking about is just if the prices of say Luxo went to the price of Ethereum. Now let's say Bitcoin, $100,000 was like the price everyone um, was kind of guessing Bitcoin is going to hit the 100K. I feel like it's going to go more than 100K because it's going to go up $40,000, right? It just feels like it's going to do more than that. Do you have a projected how many BC? Oh yeah, so I will talk about the projected timeline of what possibly might happen with that 100K here in a second, and that's why I kind of did some sloppy chartings, but you'll get the general idea. But yeah, if Bitcoin goes up to 120,000, this goes up to $2.5 trillion just for Bitcoin, and let's say Ethereum goes up to 800 trillion, and now like if Luxo got to be half the size of Ethereum, it would go 2000x, or a quarter of the size of the Ethereum, it would 1000x, or a 40th the size of Ethereum, or a 40th the size of Polkadot, right? It doesn't like the low out caps can easily go like Luxo could go from $6 to 150 in just a couple of days easily if Bitcoin's going up 3-4% daily for a while, and so it all just kind of, and so when it comes to when that's going to happen, how high it's going to go, again, everybody predicts things wrong, and if anybody says they know, they're either probably they're just inexperienced, but hopefully they're not lying. But there's no way, no one knows. So what people do is they like look at past charts, past trends, and they kind of 120-day averages, and they kind of like have these like markers they look at, and I think some of them are kind of bullcrap, but when you have the majority of the trades being done by bots, and a lot of these bots are trained to adhere to some of these rules, it's like maybe charting does make more and more sense as time goes on. I don't know, but yeah, I just kind of want to talk about the increase of price and the decrease of price and the time frames and all this sort of stuff, because shot in the dark BTC peaks at 150K. That's funny. That was kind of, that's my internal thinking as well for some reason. I don't know why 150K, like why did I land on that number, but you landed on it too, so it's funny. Um, but but yeah, so I'm just going to kind of go through Bitcoin's history. This is Bitcoin, by the way, if you go to tradingview.com. It's my favorite place to do any type of charting. Can you stop taking up half the screen? Cool. So I just, so yeah, let's kind of go through the price increase and decrease and the time frames and kind of what happened with Bitcoin's price in the past, to kind of get an idea of the future. Now, you'll see these little lines. I have 4 of them right here, 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 and here. That's the halving, and that's important because we're like a month away. I haven't, to be honest, I actually haven't looked at when the halving is going to happen. Actually, I can look right now. Having clock. So it's estimated about 42 days. That's when halving is going to happen. So that's an important event in Bitcoin. That's when Bitcoin's rewards get cut in half. So that's a whole other conversation. I'm not going to get into, but that's kind of how Bitcoin works and operates. It's an incentive for people to keep the network going. They reward them with Bitcoin, um, and every 4 years the rewards get cut in half. And historically, that's made the price increase. And we'll go over that, the halvings, in a sec. But yeah, back in let's see. This is November 2012. It went from $12 to 171. Did that in 3 months. Now, just imagine. By the way, just think about this, especially people who have been in Bitcoin for the longer you've been in Bitcoin and whatnot. You know it's like one day of fun, followed by 50 days of pain, then one more day of fun, 50 days of pain. But it's more so like 2 months of fun, 2 years of pain. But the 2 months of fun is so fun that it makes the 2 years of pain okay. I'm just making up times and stuff. I'm just saying like the it's mostly pain and suffering when it comes to like just seeing your price go. But if you're in long enough, it doesn't matter anyways because what I'm about to show you right now. But yeah, so in 3 months, $12 to 171. Holy crap! Now, obviously, if it went up that significant of a price in 3 months, and then it started going down over the course of what is this? April through July, so just a couple months as well. Then it's easy to think like, oh, this was just a fad. It was a spike. Like in fact, let's look at any token. I'm just gonna pick any token because it's gonna look exactly the same. Let's try stacks. So confident in myself, and I haven't even looked at charts in like a year, like 8 months or something. But yeah, this is what every chart looks like. Ugh, come on, Max. What do I do? Reverse. Undo. Alright, I'll just pick another one. Doesn't matter. You Bitcoin Cash. Max. So yeah, you'll see these huge spikes, and then it crashes, and then you'll see huge spikes and crashes. Every token is exact same, um, but they follow the price of Bitcoin. So, anyways, it crashes. It's easy to think like, oh, that was just some spike. People were making money. Now it's a scam. Um, but then, and this is I don't know what this is like July 2000. So now they're like a few months went by, and then all of a sudden it goes from 85 to 1200. And so this is the time frame. This is when I started learning about Bitcoin, was when this spike happened. So within what time frame is that? September through November, so just a couple months as well. It spiked up, and then it was a long November 13th through January 15th, 2015. So a little over a year of just pretty much consistently the price going back down from 1,200 bucks ish down to 180 bucks or so. So again, this is a year of it going down from 1,200, and it went to 1,200 just a couple, like a month or two or whatever, and then a year of just downward pricing. And so a lot of people were selling. It's a scam. It's not going to get more. It's not going to grow bigger. No one's heard of it, and it's getting big. This started getting bigger than companies that everybody's heard of, and anyways, and then this is when most people heard about Bitcoin, was 2017, but it went down. It was in the, I think it was like 400s before it started climbing up quickly. And then it went to 20,000. So huge increase within a year. It was actually like July, August to, oh, actually it's right here. Yeah, so like it's pretty much like this time right here. It was super pumped, but yeah, and then a longward crash all the way down to 3K. And yeah, it's easy to think that Bitcoin was not going to ever go back higher, it was just a money game, blah 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 blah, no value, using too much power, it's funding terrorism, it's causing marriages to crumble, and our oxygen to be depleted on the earth, and God to hate us all. Um, just kidding, but all that negative stuff, right? But still, um, started pumping up again, right? And then it went from 3K all the way up to 65K or whatever. And then it started crashing again, and then we started going back up. So I guess the pattern is it pumps up, and then it finds its support, and that support's always higher than where it originally pumped up from. So $12 to 171. So it went from $12 to 171, leveled off at 64. Then it went from like $85 to 1200, and leveled off in this like 4 or 500 range, but still 85 to 4 or 500 even in the worst times. So even if you bought at the bottom of the last market, you're still way up from before. So then it went to 400 to 20,000. It never went below 3K. So even if you bought at the lowest point of the last bull cycle, doesn't matter. Or the highest point, right? You bought at the very peak. So you bought at this, everyone else was buying at 85. You bought at $1,000, and slowly that $1,000 went down to 172. But if you held on to it, that $1,000 would have turned into $20,000, right? But again, if you invested 20K, you bought a Bitcoin here, you would have lost money, at least the representation of money, because if you held it, you would still have one Bitcoin. You had one Bitcoin here. If you held it to now, you still have one Bitcoin, right? But that 20,000 went down to 3K. But if you held it, then that 20,000 would have gone up to 68K or whatever. So it doesn't matter if you've bought at the last peak of the last bull cycle, you're still doing better than the S&P 500. Which, by the way, the S&P 500 is kicking butt. Did like 23% last year. Holy crap. That's amazing. That's a whole other conversation as well, though. But, yeah. When Bitcoin crashes, hopefully like the S&P is still kicking butt. Because it would be really nice to keep rolling over an extra 20% every single year consistently. But, again, another conversation. So, yeah, I'm not selling because every time it's reached its all-time high, for the second time. So all-time high was right here. It hit it its second time. Boom. Pumped up to its next time all-time high. So then it hit its all-time high again. The next time it visited its all-time high was here. Boom. It exploded. This all-time high. The next time it hit that all-time high. Boom. It exploded. Right, so every single time, by the way, not saying that history is going to repeat itself, but every single time it's ever hit its all-time high after a bull run, it's always exploded. So 60,000 down to 14.5 or whatever it was, and now it went back and it's hitting its all-time high. So, yeah, I'm thinking 150K. Hey, and it may even be like how what happened right here. Maybe this is 100K, and then it crashes back down to 65K or whatever, back to where it's where the all-time high, where the support I guess would be, and then it shoots from 65K again or 70K or whatever up to 150K or 200K, and then we see that downward fall. But now let's talk about these halvings as well. Now, every single time a halving has happened as well, the price within 2 months of the halving, it's never seen that price again. It's always been higher, and so that's another. People love, by the way, finding indicators that support their bullish, thinking. So when you hear people talk about all this stuff, there's a lot of charts and indicators saying that Bitcoin's going to zero, right? There's a lot of charts and indicators saying that we've tapped out, we've hit, whatever. I don't believe those markers, but it doesn't mean I'm right. It doesn't mean I'm wrong. This is just, hey, if you want to believe in these little fun little experiments we're talking about, then you can. But anyways, I used to say this is not financial advice, but it's like I don't think you even need to say that. But every YouTuber said it for years. Who's going on YouTube thinking they're listening to a financial advisor? Oh, this guy with a baseball cap must be a financial advisor giving me advice. Sorry, off track. But yeah, let's talk. Let's look at the halvings. Um, Halving happened. Um, Again, never saw that price again. And it was immediate at that time. This one, this was back in 2016. It went down for like a month, and then it started going up. Never saw that price again. From that 700 or so, went to 20K, and then we had the next halving in 2020, and that was around the 10,000 mark, and again, never went below that 10,000 mark again. So we have two like bullish indicators that we're gonna see the Bitcoin's price continually go up. By the way, it's not like saying that this is gonna go on forever. Like, oh, it's happened 4 times, so it means the next 100 times this is gonna be accurate, right? It's accurate until it's not accurate, and then people throw those indicators out, and then they find new ones that fit their narrative, and then they start talking about those indicators. So I keep throwing myself under the bus whenever I talk, but a lot of people just it's so weird the the projects and the type of things people are throwing their money into, and it's like I feel stupid all the time. I hang around people just smarter than me, and I feel like I have nothing to offer because um and then someone will be like, hey, there's this new token. It actually it tokenizes all the gambling chips in Vegas or something, and we can get on the ground floor. There's a Hungarian, I don't know. I'm just like, what the freak are you talking about? Anyways, off track again, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I wish I could have done this in like 5 minutes. But I will start streaming more and my thought processes, and normally actually I have a kind of a bullet point of what I go through. But I've almost streamed like 30 times in the past like 4 months, and I never did. I got to the point where I was just like a button click away, and I was like, screw it. But I need to, just because um, mental health or something, or I don't know. But I'm going to talk a lot about AI. So I am going to talk about Bitcoin as well, because I love Bitcoin and crypto. I still love crypto, and I love blockchain technology. And there's so many cool companies out there building cool tech, and I hope a lot of them succeed. And I can't wait, and I just want to accelerate, you know, this. Um, but I think I'm a technology nut. Anything new tech, I'm just obsessed about, and and I've found that I don't care. People complain all the time about. I don't care about your complaints about AI. Oh, it's stealing art. Oh, it's ripping people off. Oh, it's gonna make us stupid. Oh, it's gonna make jobs obsolete. Oh, well, the technology's here, and you complaining about it isn't gonna make it go away. So instead of complaining about it, knowing it's like electric cars. Gas companies are like not going to do electric cars for like 40 years, and then finally they're going to be like, okay, electric, and it's like, well, you've kind of you're in the you're kind of lost already. Um Anyways, I keep getting sidetracked. That's what I'm really good at. ADHD. It's a thing. At least my doctor says so. Um, Good night, Matt. Nice talking to you. Glad to see you. I got 20K last cycle. I thought I had 100K. Nice. Yeah, I like your math, your thought process. Good night, Matt. That's funny. Um, yeah. But I am, by the way, going to be doing. Oh man, there's a lot going on. But I kind of have two separate groups of people interested in doing kind of two separate things with AI, and I've been helping them separately. I kind of feel like throwing everybody in just like in one group or whatever. But there's also been a chunk of my YouTube friends that have kind of dragged me onto Discord, and slowly I've been um, doing some funky things with building some cool AI stuff in the background. So figure since I'm building it and taking all this time and money and all this stuff, I might as well like talk about it on my YouTube channel. But yeah, I'm really stoked to be streaming again more, and I need to. Oh my gosh, my camera went off. Oh well, whatever. Um, but uh, um, but yeah, I need to not care. Stop stressing out about going on. But appreciate it. I'm not selling Bitcoin. I'm not selling anything. Most of my biggest bags, I'm already past the tax problem. I've held it for over 12 months, so I'm good on that area. So any transferring is gonna create a taxable event if I move that money again in the next 12 months. So I'm not moving anything. I'm not selling anything. I'm holding on to everything, and I do think Bitcoin will go up, whether that's in a month or 4 months or 6 months or whatever. But hey, if it doesn't go up and it starts doing this funky thing, and it starts going down again after it only hit 90K, and it's been going down for I don't know, things could change. But this is my thought process right now, and yeah, I'm gonna do a video, by the way, where I'm gonna do kind of the dumb math, like you want to make $1 million. Well, this is how much money you would need to invest in this company to do that, and this company to do that. What's your financial goal? Because hey, if you believe in Luxo, for instance, I'll just use that one because it's at a $200 million market cap. If you think it'll get at a $2,000 token price that's the price that Ethereum is right now. Ethereum might do a 50x. Luxo could get to this price eventually. And if you believe that, then you take that $1 million and divide that by the 2000. Anyways, we can go over all that math later, but it's fun to do, and especially like today I spent 20. Oh my gosh, I almost admitted something I don't want to admit. I have an addiction to some stupid caffeine drink, but I spent way too much money on. I mean, I bought a large amount, but as I was paying, I was thinking to myself, I could just throw this into Bitcoin. What am I doing? I don't even need to throw in anything special. Just throw into Bitcoin. And now these energy drinks just turned into 6 months of electricity for my car or whatever, right? Or where it'll pay for 9 date nights, or 4 maybe, or whatever. I don't know. It's just funny. Um, yeah. Anyways, appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next video. I'll see you. Bye.